So hi guys, welcome to Irish Footy Vlogs. Tonight I'm off to Richmond Park to see the Super Saints St Patrick's Athletic take on Waterford FC. We've 4 games left in the league. St Patrick's Athletic are in a race for European football with Derry City and Bohemians, both in action tonight as well. Waterford FC, for their case, they're safe. They're in no man's land. They're in the middle of the league pretty much. They're 7th. Pats are 5th, but they're a good bit away from any chance of going down, and they're not close enough to Sligo either. An interesting game. Pats definitely have to win tonight. I was just looking at the table in depth earlier on. I'd mentioned before the Pats struggle to score goals, but it's actually amazing that they're so close to Derry City and Bohemians. They're 3 points behind Derry and they're 2 points behind Bows. Pats have scored 26 goals in 32 league games, which is just simply not good enough. It's really, really poor. The fact that it's so close is incredible. Derry City have scored 49 goals. Bohemians have scored 42 goals. And in terms of goal concession, there's only 2 or 3 goals between all the 3 teams. So that's just incredible, really. Pats are actually 7 points above Sligo. Even Sligo have scored 10 more goals this season than them. Apart from that, Waterford themselves have actually scored 12 more goals than Pats this season, and they're 14 points adrift. So going into next season, no matter what happens with Pats and for Stephen O'Donnell as he takes control, over pre-season and next season in his first full season, they definitely need to sort that out. There's some nice players though, so they have a base there. Waterford, in their part, technically have nothing to play for, but they seem to have played better in the last few weeks in that way. They've won at Cork and won at Bohemians, for example. They obviously have Irish under 21 international El Bazzetti, who's a key player. They've got Rory Feely, who's a good player as well. He's brother of Kildare GA footballer Kevin Feely. And the Shane Duggan in midfield, who's very experienced as well. As for the head-to-heads this season, Waterford United have had the upper hand in this one, winning 2 of the 3 times they've actually met each other this season. They won 2-0 at the RSC, but they won 3-0 at Richmond Park, so Pats will be out to gain a little bit of revenge for that. That was a bad beating at home. Pats did win the last time they played each other 2-1 at the RSC, but that was in July, so they haven't played since July. Has a lot changed since then. Pats obviously have a new manager and that. Right guys, I'm going to magically appear outside Richmond Park in about 2 seconds. Paul McGrath, lads, what a legend. This mural is just outside Richmond Park. Obviously Paul McGrath, over 80 caps for Republic of Ireland, went on to play for Manchester United and Aston Villa. Spent a season at St Patrick's Athletic where he became known as the Black Pearl of Inchicore. He also was Player of the Year in the League of Ireland that season, which is very, very impressive. So great to see that here outside Richmond Park. Sorry, can you duck for 2 seconds? Brilliant, thank you very much. Excellent. So obviously here at Richmond Park, guys, I gave you a look at some of the facilities, the club shop and that. Didn't speak, so you can see for yourself. It's a nice little ground. I've always liked this ground, but I just want to talk about how they're owned. They're owned by Gareth Kelleher. Your grand is facing this way. Some Pats fans ducking there. But yeah, it's owned by Gareth Kelleher, and he's pumped a lot of money into the club. Under his stewardship, they've won the league title in 2013. They won the FAI Cup in 2014. But aside from that, they do have a community-based scheme here called the Patron Saints. Now, the Patron Saints, they make money for the club. They've a lot of the money they've made has gone into things like gym equipment, gone towards the club shop, repair works and stands, annual awards, Santa Claus come to Richmond Park, all these kind of things. There's different schemes as well. There's gold membership, which is the most expensive one, obviously, silver membership and a bronze membership, so you can pay it weekly as well. So if you go onto the St Patrick's Athletic website, you'll find out more details about that. I talked about the Sligo scheme last week. It's similar, but it's a little bit different, if you know what I mean. Very interesting stuff. So I don't know, we've got about half an hour now to kick off or something, so I'll see you then. So lads, played in half time here at Richmond Park. St Patrick's Athletic 0, Waterford United 1. Waterford United have been by far the better side, to be fair, especially the first 20 minutes. They just kind of cut open Pats. Pats haven't come out at all, especially at the beginning of the game. Waterford's just kind of the pace they've shown, movement very good. Could have had 2 or 3 goals inside 15 minutes, to be honest. They got the penalty through Connor. Figueroa had a shot very early that just went over, and Barry Murphy's been forced to make good saves. At times Pats were very jittery at the back. I think another shot was cleared off the line. So Waterford, to their credit, have come here and they've attacked Pats. Pats, as I say, very nervy. Couldn't start the game at all. A bit more possession later on in the game without going nowhere, but that was a big improvement what they were doing. Aside from that as well, Toner missing for Pats and Rhys McCabe missing for Pats may have unsettled them a bit as well. But Waterford full value for the 1-0 lead. In fact, probably a little bit disappointed not to be going with 2 up at half time here. So we'll catch us in the second half, guys. Right, see you later. Sorry.
Wow. Waterford, number 9, Michael O'Connor.
Right guys, this is the Matchday programme. Another glossy affair, 90 years, 1929 to 2009 for Pats. Editor notes. Word from the club president. Got a word from the Stephen O'Donnell himself. Kenny Brown, ex-Pats player. Something here I like a lot. This is brilliant. Basically, just get down there in it. It's basically a fan, and he picks his favourite player, favourite Pats manager, favourite goal, and that's the favourite team he picks. Sorry, also Murphy, but that's the favourite Pats team he picked of all time. Pretty good team there, as you can see. That's Conan Byrne on the right wing, by the way. Eddie Gormley, Ozam, Fahy, legends there. Sponsors and players. Kit advertisement. Saints in the community. This is pretty good as well. Business of football, school tick cuisine initiative. Half-time teams. Award on Waterford. Cup win against Pats in 1986. Appearances, goals, etc. Fixtures and lineups. And that's it, guys. Just I'll show you that quickly. The Waterford fans were out with the players. Great result for them tonight. They finished St Patrick's Athletic 0. Waterford United 2. And to be honest, it was Waterford completely deserved this win. They could have won by more in many ways. Pats huffed and puffed, but Pats were very poor tonight, there's no doubt about that. Waterford didn't look like a side who are where they are in the table, to be honest, and they've had some great away results recently, and this is one tonight, fully deserved. You know, the second goal, Michael O'Connor got both goals, and yeah, it was an excellent performance for them. Pats to be very, very disappointed. Didn't really create an awful lot near the end. They did miss a sitter through McCauley, but that was probably about it. They struggled to create chances, and they've a lot to do for next season. They look disorganised. Waterford looked very organised and hit them quick in the second half, especially in the counter. But they could have 3 or 4, as I say, in the first 10 minutes. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you again next time. Pats 0, Waterford United 2. Good luck, thanks.